So this 3D views, this allows me to keep organized. If I just save this and let's say import this into something like Mastercam, it's going to automatically bring in those 3D views. It's awesome. We'll show you that in a minute. But what I'd like to do is actually publish this in a format that isn't native, right? I want everyone to be able to use this. So we've got a couple different ways we can do it. The first option is to export as a 3D PDF. So a 3D PDF uses templates. These are customizable templates. And basically you decide how you want it set up. Like this one has approvals. This one has notes, general notes in here. And then it has all these views at the bottom that allow you to select between the views that you've saved, right? I need to customize mine to have a logo and stuff like that, but let's do this one. And then you'll see we have quite a few additional options to decide how we want to export it. So for example, which views do we want to include? And I'm going to say I want all 4 views. Notice if this was maybe only the final machining print, or if this was only the casting print, I could choose only those reviews that are relevant for this export. It's going to put in the thumbnail for the views. I could come in and import the custom property fields from my part, and it'll import into the fields in the title block just like it normally would in a drawing. I can also adjust my accuracy. So accuracy is going to, basically change how this is represented. And what's crazy is you can actually change the accuracy, which will change the file size slightly. But then you can also say use a lossy compression, meaning it's basically garbage. If they try to recreate this thing based on the information they see, based on sort of looking at it and eyeballing it, and measuring it on the screen, it's not going to turn out great for them, right? This is not going to work out well. So we have some really nice IP control options there. Then I can also say go ahead and create and attach a Step 242 file. Step 242 is one of the other export formats. So this is actually exporting in 2 formats. If you're familiar with a step file, you know it's just a neutral file format, but Step 242 includes annotations. Again, for something like Mastercam, when it imports this, it's going to have all this information labeled, organized, and ready to work. You can attach additional files if you want. Additional files might be something like a standard terms and conditions, might be a material specification, anything that's related to this that needs to go along with it. Instead of sending it in an email and throwing a bunch of attachments in there, or sending them separately, you could just make sure it's all in one PDF package. And then this one has actually a couple sheets, so I can decide how I want it all to be done. Click OK, and it's going to go ahead and create this PDF drawing. And when they open it up on PDF Viewer, Acrobat, which is on something like 99% of computers worldwide, it's possible or available on mobile. They're going to open it up, and it will have those 3D capabilities, the 3D characteristics. I need to trust the document so I can see everything. And then you're going to see that this information is here. And any other files that I want that are attached are included in the attachments area. And so you can grab that data and pull it out, save it separately, and use it as needed. But this is a fully self-contained package to basically build this entire thing. I need to reload it to get these views to go because I didn't trust it when it opened it, but you can see it's 3D, it's very interactive, it's pretty awesome. So the other way that you might want to do it is with an eDrawings. So here's an example of an eDrawings file that was exported from the same project. And one of the great benefits about eDrawings is the highlighting. So if I click a dimension, it's going to highlight all affected fields. So again, if this is a compound plane where you have multiple faces that are all part of one feature, but it's not explicitly said anywhere, when you click the dimension, it'll explicitly say this dimension, this tolerance applies to all these faces as a single combined unit. My 3D views are here, so I can go through and cycle through the various different views and look at the information. But as you can see, it's just eDrawings. So you can do markups, you can check your mass, you can look at the various different configurations if they exist. You can even come in and do measurements. So that is model-based definition. It's a great way to help communicate with other stakeholders without having to have a paper drawing. So with model-based definition, a lot of times when you talk about a pseudo drawing, right, this is what we call a pseudo drawing in a lot of cases. You would just print this out, and that becomes your writer if you need a piece of paper to sort of follow around that traveler, to follow around in the shop. Does it have all the information you need? No, of course not. But it's got the part number, it's got the information, it's got some of the just the visual of it, the approvals, and then you know that you need to go grab that 3D model or that physical digital model to be able to work on it.